It's in the game.
EA Sports is in the game. Woo! Let's go Rebels!
And the Aztecs headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Got his man. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they've built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Runs through a tackle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Pulls it in. It's Matthews. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes second and 8. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one and a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The run inside. It's Sutton. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And the Wolverines will have it first and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Michigan!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Got his man. Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On the run, it's Raymond. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The Aztecs looking to convert on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
Yeah, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sutton. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it.
There's some room. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like maybe I...
But, and he's got room. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Pulls it in, it's Dixon.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Aztecs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Raymond. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on first down. The sure hands, it's Johnson. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Second down, he'll throw it. He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Woof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Oh, the contested catch. If you're going to be big time, you got to beat defenders one-on-one.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Got the quick pass. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. The Aztecs call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And he got it so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Running inside, it's Raymond. Makes it past the marker. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. Bringing it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah.
Snags it, and he's open. Lowers those pads. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Now, you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage, and more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
The Aztecs will snap it on 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Newsome. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. That's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. The run inside. It's Raymond. They've got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aztecs. And that one will give them the lead.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Matthews. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man down the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sutton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throw
goes to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Firing to the right, complete. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, San Diego State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Open on the left side, it's Smith. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Smith's got it. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Leaves it with the back. Inside the 25. Touchdown, Michigan! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Big Blue with the response.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit hole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. San Diego State trying to get things moving on this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Running inside, it's Raymond. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
So now it's 2nd and long. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
And the Aztecs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Bailey. Right on the money. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Aztecs getting set on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Raymond. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They feed him again. Past the 30. Finds a crease at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aztecs!
And what an outstanding run, a touchdown for this guy, and what a game he has had. I feel like this is a performance, and this is an upset win, David, that we're going to be talking about for a while. Nobody gave this team a chance. Certainly, I didn't think they could come in and run the football as well as they have. But the physicality, the guys up front getting it done, and this running back making guys miss over and over again, that to me was the story.
He was the best player on the field, and this is a huge upset. No one gave him a chance. You talk about living and talking about this game moving forward. This will be all over social media. This will be all over the television. Like, this is a monumental upset, and this running back said, jump on my shoulders. I got your back.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
Wants to fire on second down. Oh, they're after him. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays through the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Now backed up in their own end, it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous